What's up, guys? In today's YouTube video, I am going to be giving you guys a tutorial on how to use Vanquish Trader, their trading platform. It may look a bit confusing, but it's actually very simple. So I'm going to show you guys how to set up the trading screen and a little bit more about them because this is the very first options trading platform, which is amazing because there is so many futures platforms, but there isn't a single options trading platform. And for those of you guys who trade options, you guys know this is game changing. So I kind of want to show you guys and give you guys a little bit more information on how it works. Their biggest payout so far has been 40K. Their payout rules are simple. Getting funded is simple with them as well compared to other prop firms. And you guys can see right here the accounts that they have. They have, if you just want to trade equity and stocks, you could do that. If you want to go options, you could do that as well. And advanced options is for those who trade like vertical spreads, for those who trade like cash secured puts and iron condors. And also if you just buy calls and buy puts as well. I recommend the advanced. This is the one that I'm going to be using, the advanced options account. And in the evaluation phase, you need a minimum of 4 trading days. Now you don't have to, you could take as much time as you want. So you want to make sure that you're trading good setups. You don't want to just force it to get funded. You want to make sure you're taking good quality setups and managing your risk very well. Take your time with it, but if you're good and you do find those good setups, yeah, you could get funded in 4 days. Um, on the 10K account, you only have to make 1,000 to get funded. But then again, you only have a $500 drawdown. So I'd say this one is going to be one that I personally won't be going with. But they do have an end of day trailing drawdown. You cannot swing positions, so that's the only thing with them. You cannot swing trade positions, but you could, like I said, trade other option strategies like iron condors, cash secured puts. You could buy covered calls, and there is no time limit to how long it takes to get funded. The one I'm gonna be going with is the 50K accounts. There is a 30% consistency rule, which means that if my total profit target is 5,000, I cannot just go and make the whole 5,000 in one day. Otherwise, everyone would be getting funded, right? And there's more, for the most part, it's gonna help you stay consistent too. You don't want to just your P&L being all over the place, right? So you want to make sure that you are staying consistent. 30% of 5K, I believe, is 1,400, somewhere around there. You shouldn't, I think it's 15, anywhere from 13 to 1,500, I believe, is what it is. So as long as you don't make more than 1,400 in one day, you're still eligible to get funded. Now, if you do happen to go over, then they're just going to raise the profit target by a little bit. So make sure not to make over 1,400 in one day, and you will be on track to hitting the profit target without an issue. And that's super easy. That shouldn't be an issue. That's not even a big deal. So as long as you stay with that and you do that with 4 trading days, like I say, it take longer. You have an end of day trailing drawdown. You can't lose more than 2.5K. And you could buy as many contracts as if you're on a 50K account, you could literally buy $50,000 worth of options contracts, which I highly don't recommend it. You want to stay in the risk. I mean, think about it. You could only risk 2.5K. I wouldn't be throwing more than 1,000 per trade, 1.5K per trade. That way, if you do lose 20% of 1,000, you're only losing 200. And it's not your own capital. So it makes, this is a no-brainer for me, especially if I already have a strategy and I already have a system. This should be very easy to do. And even if you're completely new, this is a great way to practice as well. They also have the 100K accounts where you do have to make a little bit more, and you also have more drawdown as well, and even up to the 150K accounts, which is amazing as well. The performance account is once you're actually funded. So once you're on a funded account, once you pass the evaluation, this is as good as it gets. I mean, it doesn't get better than this because Top Step has where you got to have 5 minimum days. Apex has where you got to have 5 minimum days. All these prop firms have minimum days that you have to have, a certain amount that you have to make. Like for Apex, you have to make 2.6K just to get a payout, right? On a 50K account. With this, all you have to make is 250, and you could withdraw that whole 250 if you want. Of course, you want to scale more than 250, right? Because now you have the capital to. If you do make 250 and you want to withdraw the 250, you can do that, but your account is pretty much, you have to go back to the value. You restart the account. So if you make, let's say, Let's say you grow your account to 2,000 and you want to take out 1,000 and leave 1,000, you could do that as well. If you grow your account to 5,000, you could withdraw the whole 5,000. But again, if you withdraw the whole 5,000, then that is going to you have to go you close the account pretty much, and you kind of want to you could withdraw 3K, leave 2, so you have that cushion, and you just run it back to 5K, withdraw another 3, and so on, right? And you could literally withdraw whatever it is as long as you have 4 trading days. And on those trading days, it doesn't have to be a minimum of anything, right? You could literally have a trading day, make a very small amount, and you will be eligible for payout. So 30% consistency rule on this as well of your total profits. So let's say you make 5K, it would be the same as the evaluation, right? If it's 3K, then of course it'll be a little bit less. I believe it would be like somewhere between 1,000, no, like 700 to 800, somewhere around there. And so as long as you have, your total profits isn't, because they don't want you to just make 10K in one day, and then it just doesn't make sense, right? So if you're gonna go and make 10K, make 30%, 30%, 30% until you make that 10K, or 2K, 30%, 30%, so you make that 2K. So as long as you're staying consistent and you're making 300 to 400 per day, don't even focus on that. Focus on taking your setups correctly. That is the most important part. And of course, they have the end of day trailing drawdown. The regular options account is the same thing. They just have intraday trailing, which means that your loss limit trails in real time with your highest unrealized balance during the trading day, which is something that I don't personally like. So I like end of day trailing drawdown. So now I'm going to show you guys how to use your actual trading platform. The market is still open right now, so I could show you guys. So this is what it's going to look like, right? Once you're on your account, I have an advanced options 50K account, and I'm going to be trading this. You go here to trade. And you also, as you can see, once I have 4 minimum days, these lights will be highlighted, right? That means that, I'm pretty much eligible, and how close am I to my $5,000 target, and what my consistency percentage is. You want to keep this in the 30s, right? And you want to, of course, hit the 5K. So you click trade and it'll take you to the trading platform. They're actually working on, I know it looks crazy right now. It's maybe new if you're like from Thinkorswim or other platforms, but I'm going to make it make a lot of sense for you guys because it's actually very easy to use. So as you can see, my accounts here, I have a 50K account, and let's move this up here real quick. I have a 50K account. And so let's say I want to take a trade, right? I'm gonna go here. It may look a little bit different for you guys. It may look something like this or something like this. Now, I'm gonna get rid of a few things here. I'm gonna get rid of everything and just start fresh. So if you have a whole bunch of stuff on your screen, let's delete everything and let's start fresh. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this as well. And I'm going to get rid of this. So let's just say you only have the options chain here. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this, this, and this. So once you're here, what I like to do here, for the most part, I am on my desktop right now. I am going to add here this little plus symbol, another options chain. And I'm going to add another options chain. And so what this does is I could literally type in QQQ, and the QQQ options chain will pop up. Just like on Thinkorswim, just like Interactive Brokers, and just like on any other broker, you can see all the expiration dates. I could go to March 31st and I'll be able to see the strike prices. QQ is currently at 608. And you can see if I want to do a 610 call, there's the price. I could literally buy it right here. And it shows up at the bottom, right? So I said QQQ, buy to open, very similar to Thinkorswim. That's what I'm saying. It's very easy to use if you're already familiar with this. What am I buying? One contract. What strike price? The 610 call. Order type, limit, or market. Let's just say I want to get filled at market here. You could also set your stops through here as well. And once you're there, so I'm going to add something else here first. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to add positions. Okay, I'm going to add positions and I'm going to click and hold, and I'm going to add this to the right side. Let's say I add this to the right side. Cool. Do you guys see how I just did that? I just added it to the right side. So I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller too. I don't need it to be that large. For the most part, all I really need is my options chain and my position set. For me personally, that's all I really need to look at, because I'm gonna be looking at my charts on Trading Views. I'm gonna be looking at my charts on Trading View anyways. So this is gonna be, think of this as like you're getting in, getting out platform. I'm gonna get into here. I'm going to get out there here. And so if I want to buy a 610 call for QQQ, I'm going to confirm and send it and create the order. And it shows you all your information here. I am buying one QQQ call that expires on March 31st. It's a 610 call at the market price, and I am paying 1.2K for that contract. Boom, I am now order filled. I am in this trade now. And as you guys can see, I could just scroll to the right from here, exactly as you would on Thinkorswim or anything else. My average fill price was 1306, position quantity 1, and the details of the trade that I'm in. I'm going to scroll to the right, and it'll show me my P&L. So I am down $4.50 right now. I'm up $5 right now. And let's say I want to close it. If you're in multiple contracts, let's say I just bought 10 contracts right now, and I want to close them all at the same time. I really like this feature that it just has flat and all instead of going on your phone, typing it in, typing it out. So this is like that active trader that makes it so fast for you, right? And so, or if you just want to trim, like let's say I had 2 contracts, I could go here and let's say I want to sell 2 contracts. But right now I only have one. Remember, I only bought 1 contract, so I could only sell one since I only have one. But same thing, if you want to sell them one by one, you click this little X right here and you just change the quantity. Same thing, switch from limit to market, and then I confirm and send. In this case, I'm going to show you guys the flat and all feature. So I can show you guys, you click flat and all, and it just got me out of my trade. Also, if you want to see the trades that you've already taken, just go to Trading Journal and it'll show you what you've bought and sold so far. So for example, it shows me that I bought that QQ call here, and it shows it that I sold it, kind of pretty much broke even on it. I bought it at 1306, I sold it at 1306, and it shows me the time that I bought it, the time that I sold it. So it's very detailed, and it'll kind of show you, So positions is what you're currently in. Since I sold it, I'm not in any positions right now. And what's cool about this too is like, let's say you have a few names on watch. Let's say you have SPY, let's say you have QQ, and your favorite name to watch on the individual side is Tesla. So you could literally go here to another options chain, and I could add a few names. I could add Tesla here. Let's say I'm interested in Tesla. I could have and that way I could just switch back and forth. That way you're so quick to have your contracts ready. This is so important, especially if you're on Thinkorswim and you know how the active trader, or not the active trader, but the yeah, pretty much the active trader, the where you have your options chain where you can just switch back and forth from them. It makes it so quick instead of going on your phone and kind of typing it in here. Every second kind of counts, especially when you're trying to get a good feel on options. If I want to have AMD over here, cool, I could have the AMD options chain here, and I just go back and forth. Whatever contract I'm interested, let's say I'm interested in AMD 205 calls, great. I just click it. How many contracts do I want to buy? Limit, market, confirm and send, and it'll fill me. And then if you're not interested anymore, just clear the data. It'll clear what you were about to get filled on there. And that is pretty much how you use the platform. I don't need anything else on here. Of course, you could go back here and you could kind of check out the charts here too, if that's something that you're interested in as well. I personally use just TradingView, and I just use this is just what I use to get in and out of trades. Where I look at my charts and do my analysis is going to be all on here on TradingView. And this is where I get in and out of trades. And so that is going to be the tutorial for Vanquish today, guys. I do have a code. It's code LEX. It will give you 20% off on all accounts. If you guys have any questions, make sure to drop it below. This is going to be game changing. I'm actually very excited to use it myself, especially in this range we're in. Don't want to be risking my own capital. Excited to be working on funding with them. And it's very simple to use. So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to drop it in the comments. And I hope to see a lot of you guys get funded. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.